Hello, I am Dr. Somendra Shukla, and today we are going to talk about satellite link design. Before understanding satellite link design, let us try to understand what the link is. The signal which is communicated from the Earth station to the satellite, if this is a satellite orbiting around the Earth and this is the base station on the Earth, then the signal which is sent to the satellite and the signal which is received at any Earth station on the Earth, these are called as satellite links. This is a link from base station to satellite. This is also a link from satellite to base station. The signal which is sent from the base station to the satellite is called as uplink, and the signal which is coming from the satellite to the base station is called as downlink. So आज हम क्या समझ रहे हैं? टुडे वी आर ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड सैटेलाइट लिंक डिजाइन. लिंक क्या होता है? लिंक वो सिग्नल जो बेस स्टेशन सैटेलाइट को भेजता है और जो सैटेलाइट सिग्नल बेस स्टेशन को भेजता है उसे लिंक कहते हैं. एंड द सिग्नल विच इज सेंट टू सैटेलाइट दैट इज कॉल्ड एज अपलिंक, and the signal which is received at the base station is called as downlink. Now what the link design is? अब ये link design क्या है? ये जो signal है which is being sent to the satellite and which is received from the satellite, the power considerations of these signals is called as satellite link design. So let us try to मूव अहेड. थोड़ा आगे देखते हैं हम लोग क्या क्या पढ़ेंगे इसमें. व्हाट आर द कंटेंट्स? द कंटेंट्स आर फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल बेसिक ट्रांसमिशन थ्योरी. बेसिक ट्रांसमिशन थ्योरी, हाउ द सिग्नल इज बीइंग ट्रांसमिटेड एंड हाउ इट इज रिसीव्ड एट द सैटेलाइट एंटेना. जो सिग्नल भेजा जाता है वो सिग्नल और जो सिग्नल सैटेलाइट के एंटेना पर रिसीव होता है वो सिग्नल किस तरीके से बिहेव करता है, इसके बारे में देखेंगे. फिर हम लोग जानेंगे नॉइज़ टेम्परेचर के बारे में. क्या होता है नॉइज़ टेम्परेचर? और बेस स्टेशन डिज़ाइन में एक सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर होता है G/T रेशियो. क्या होता है ये? गेन बाय टेम्परेचर रेशियो. इसके बारे में जानेंगे. इसके बाद डाउनलिंक डिज़ाइन, अपलिंक डिज़ाइन, और इसके बाद देखेंगे स्पेसिफाइड C/N का डिज़ाइन किस तरीके से किया जाता है. कोई स्पेसिफिक C/N रेशियो अगर पता हो तो उस हिसाब से किस तरीके से सैटेलाइट अर्थ स्टेशन की डिज़ाइनिंग होती है, इस बारे में हम लोग बात करेंगे. सो इन द बेसिक ट्रांसमिशन थ्योरी जरा ये समझने की कोशिश करते हैं कि सिग्नल अर्थ स्टेशन से सैटेलाइट तक जब जाता है तो क्या होता है. द कैलकुलेशन ऑफ पावर received by an earth station from a satellite is fundamental to the understanding of satellite communication. सैटेलाइट तक सिग्नल का जाना और सैटेलाइट से सिग्नल का वापस अर्थ स्टेशन पे आना, ये किस तरीके से होता है. Let us try to understand this with an example that if, for example, this is the surface of the earth where देयर इज़ अ बेस स्टेशन. ये अर्थ का सरफेस है जिस पर एक बेस स्टेशन है और ये बेस स्टेशन एक सिग्नल को ट्रांसमिट कर रहा है. जो सिग्नल यहाँ पे कहीं एक सैटेलाइट जो रोटेट कर रहा है इस सैटेलाइट तक पहुँच रहा है. एंड द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन द बेस स्टेशन एंड द सैटेलाइट, द डिस्टेंस इज r. सो जो सिग्नल ट्रांसमिट किया जा रहा है बेस स्टेशन से, वो सिग्नल लेट अस consider it as the signal power which is being transmitted from the base station transmitter is PT. PT सिग्नल बेस स्टेशन के ट्रांसमीटर से ट्रांसमिट किया जा रहा है, एंड ये जो सिग्नल बेस स्टेशन से ट्रांसमिट किया जा रहा है ये r डिस्टेंस पर जब पहुंचेगा तब क्या फ्लक्स डेंसिटी होगी। लुक, अगर ये एंटेना आइसोट्रॉपिक रेडिएटर है, इफ दिस एंटेना इज आइसोट्रॉपिक रेडिएटर, आइसोट्रॉपिक रेडिएटर क्या होता है? एक एंटेना जो सिग्नल ट्रांसमिट कर रहा है अपने चारों तरफ, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज आइसोट्रॉपिक रेडिएटर। सो इफ एन आइसोट्रॉपिक रेडिएटर एंटेना is transmitting the signal with power PT, r डिस्टेंस पर जब ये सिग्नल रिसीव होगा तो कितना सिग्नल रिसीव होगा? उसका फ्लक्स डेंसिटी दैट विल बी PT अपॉन द एरिया this is what? This is the area of the sphere around that isotropic radiator। और वो जो स्फेयर है उस स्फेयर का जो डिस्टेंस है अर्थ स्टेशन से, दैट डिस्टेंस इज r। सो द सिग्नल रिसीव्ड एट अ डिस्टेंस r फ्रॉम द ट्रांसमीटर is the flux density of that signal is PT upon 4 pi r square। So the signal initially it was transmitted as PT power, and when it is received at distance r, its value will be PT upon 4 pi r square। Now when we use an isotropic radiator, then we know that the signal will be attenuated टू अ वेरी ग्रेट एक्सटेंट। जब आइसोट्रॉपिक रेडिएटर हम यूज़ करते हैं तो हमने देखा कि पीटी सिग्नल भेजा जा रहा है और जो आर डिस्टेंस पे एक पॉइंट पे रिसीव हो रहा है, दैट सिग्नल इज पीटी अपॉन 4 पाई आर स्क्वायर। सो डिवीजन में आप देखिए 4 पाई आर स्क्वायर एंड आर इज अराउंड 40,000 किलोमीटर्स। सो जो सिग्नल भेजा जा रहा है उसका बहुत कम हिस्सा आर डिस्टेंस पे रिसीव होगा। सो व्हाट शुड बी डन, क्या किया जाना चाहिए? सो एक ट्रांसमीटर जो पीटी पावर के साथ में, एक ट्रांसमीटर जो पीटी पावर का सिग्नल ट्रांसमिट कर रहा था, अगर इसको हम किसी एक ऐसे एंटेना से ट्रांसमिट कराएं, किसी एक ऐसे एंटेना से ट्रांसमिट कराएं जिसका की गेन जीटी हो, ये टी सफिक्स ट्रांसमीटर के लिए, जिसका की गेन जीटी हो, तो total power which is being transmitted is now PTGT। So the flux received at a distance r is now multiplied by the antenna gain GT, which is written here। Now this product PTGT, that means the power of the signal which is being transmitted by the transmitter multiplied by the gain of the antenna, this PTGT is called as EIRP। EIRP, this PTGT is called as EIRP or effective isotropic radiated power। It describes the combination of transmitting power and antenna gain in the terms of an equivalent isotropic source with power PTGT watts। Now if we had an ideal receiving antenna, so once the signal is transmitted with EIRP PTGT and it is being received at the satellite, its power will be PTGT upon 4 pi r square। That is now clear। So now when it is being received by an antenna at the satellite end, then if this antenna is having aperture of a meter square, then the received power will be this flux multiplied by this A watts. Now a practical antenna with physical aperture area of A meter square will not deliver power as given in the above equation, because there are so many losses associated with the antenna also. एक एंटेना जिसका अपर्चर एरिया A मीटर स्क्वायर है, सिंपली रिसीव्ड पावर PR, वो थ्योरेटिकली वी कैन राइट इट एज F इंटू A, बट प्रैक्टिकली इतनी पावर रिसीव नहीं होती बिकॉज ऑफ द लॉसेस एसोसिएटेड विद द एंटेना, एंड वी say these losses or we consider these losses as efficiency of the antenna. Whenever we talk about efficiency, जब भी हम efficiency की बात करते हैं तो आउटपुट अपॉन इनपुट, इसका मतलब एंटेना के इनपुट पर कितनी पावर आ रही है और एंटेना आउटपुट पर कितनी पावर दे रहा है, that is called as, if we take the ratio, that is called as efficiency. So in general we get the efficiency from around 50% to 90%, and we consider this as effective aperture AE. So in place of A we use this term AE, which is nothing but this A multiplied by this efficiency, right? So if efficiency is 50%, then this AE will be 0.5 of this A, where aperture efficiency of the antenna is represented by eta A. So for parabolic reflector, the value of eta is between 50 to 75%, and for horn antennas this efficiency is about 90%. Now let us move ahead. So the power received by real antenna with effective aperture area AE, which is equal to eta A, AE meter square is PR, that means received power, is equal to PT into GT, this was EIRP, multiplied by effective aperture and divided by that 4 pi r square, which is there from the very starting. So now received power is PT GT AE upon 4 pi r square watts. Now a fundamental relation in antenna theory tells about its gain and its aperture area, and what this relation is, this is the gain of the antenna is equal to 4 pi A upon lambda square. So the gain of the antenna is given as 4 pi AE upon lambda square, where lambda is the wavelength of the signal which is being transmitted from the base station, or the signal which is being transmitted from the satellite to the base station. Both of these signals, they are having different wavelengths, but still for understanding purpose, let us we are trying to understand that the signal is being transmitted from the isotropic radiator of base station and it is being received at the satellite. So the gain is 4 pi AE upon lambda square. Now substitute this AE from the value we get from this equation, and then we will get what PR is equal to PT GT GR upon 4 pi r by lambda square. Simply क्या किया है हमने, इस AE की वैल्यू यहाँ से फाइंड आउट करके, लुक यहाँ से AE की वैल्यू अगर फाइंड आउट करेंगे, सो AE की वैल्यू क्या आएगी, AE विल बी G अपॉन 4 पाई इंटू लैम्डा स्क्वायर. इस वैल्यू को इसी इक्वेशन में हमने रख दिया and we'll get now this. This equation is known as link equation, and this is very essential in the calculation of power received in any radio link. That means we are talking about the radio links in general. When we'll talk about uplink, then we'll use this in uplink, and when we'll talk about downlink, then we'll use this in downlink. Now, so the equation now becomes PR is equal to PT GT into GR upon 4 pi R by lambda whole square. Now you can see that this is the power PT, this is gain GT, this is once again gain GR. GT is the gain of the transmitting antenna and GR is the gain of the receiving antenna. So all these are gains or power, and this term, this 4 pi R upon lambda, this term is decreasing the value of PR. देखिए PR क्या है, PT GT GR upon 4 pi R by lambda whole square. So here this is power, this is gain, this is gain. इसको कम करने का काम कौन कर रहा है? इसको कम करने का काम ये कर रहा है, बिकॉज दिस इज इन डिनोमिनेटर. अगर ये डिनोमिनेटर में इसकी जगह पर वैल्यू 1 हो, सो विल सिंपल गेट दिस एज PR इक्वल टू PT GT GR. तो इसकी वैल्यू और इसकी वैल्यू डिपेंड किस पर कर रही है? इसकी वैल्यू डिपेंड कर रही है डिस्टेंस R पर. सो जो नीचे वाला टर्म है, वी यूज टू से इट एज loss, and as this loss is because of the path between base station and satellite, that's why we name it as path loss. There are so many other losses also from the base station to the satellite, but as this is the major loss, that's why we consider it mainly when we do calculations or when we design the link. So the main loss between the base station and the satellite is this path loss. Some other losses are there, और भी losses होते हैं, लेकिन ये path loss की वैल्यू इतनी बड़ी होती है कि इन जनरल बाकी लॉसेस को कभी कभी हम लोग कैलकुलेशन पर्पस के लिए नेग्लेक्ट भी कर देते हैं. सो PR is equal to PT GT GR upon 4 pi R by lambda whole square. Now, अगर इसको हम एक दूसरी तरह से देखें, सो PT GT जो है वो हम लोगों ने उसको नाम दिया था EIRP. सो पावर रिसीव्ड एट द सैटेलाइट, दैट विल बी इक्वल टू EIRP which is PT GT, then the gain of the receiving antenna and divided by the path loss, divided by the path loss. So अगर इसको हम डेसिबल में कन्वर्ट करें, डेसिबल में कैसे कन्वर्ट करते हैं? डेसिबल में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए हम लोग इसको 10 log base 10, फॉर एग्जाम्पल P को अगर हम डेसिबल में कन्वर्ट करना चाहें, वॉट को, P वॉट को, सो 10 log base 10 P. So we can convert it into decibels. So now in decibels, PR is equal to EIRP PT GT plus GR and minus path loss. There are some many other losses also, that's why these points are here, because there are some other losses, some say L transmitter, as these are losses. So atmospheric loss, LA, and some other losses also, where it is given as EIRP is equal to 10 log 10 PT GT, GR gain of the receiving antenna is 10 log base 10 4 pi AE upon lambda square, and path loss is 10 log 10 4 pi R by lambda whole square, what we have received earlier in the equation. Now this equation which we have received represents as an idealized case in which there are no additional losses. So EIRP plus GR माइनस LP यानी पाथ लॉस। सो ये आइडियलाइज्ड इक्वेशन है, क्योंकि यहां पर हमने, जैसा कि मैंने पहले भी बताया, वी हैव नॉट कंसिडर्ड अदर लॉसेस विच आर नॉट वेरी सिग्निफिकेंट, बट वी हैव नॉट कंसिडर्ड, दैट्स व्हाई वी आर सेइंग इट एज idealized case. In practice, in real situations, we need to take account of more complex situation in which we have losses in atmosphere due to attenuation by oxygen, water vapor, rain, and other losses like antenna losses or the loss between antenna and the transmitter, that loss between the connection which is there between antenna and the transmitter, and that is also sometimes very lossy. So the equation once again can be written as EIRP plus GR minus LP minus other losses. So these losses are written as LA is attenuation in atmosphere, LTA is losses associated with the transmitting antenna, LRA is losses associated with the receiving antenna. So the received power PR is commonly referred to as carrier power. Now try to understand this, why the received power is commonly said as carrier power, as this is written here that in most of the satellite links, either frequency modulation is used or phase modulation is used, and in both of these cases the amplitude of the signal which is being transmitted is not changing. That's why the power is not changing. So in place of saying it as signal power, we say it as carrier power, because carrier is what which is being sent, and the modulation is done not on the amplitude but on the frequency or phase. So no change in power takes place during these modulations. So that's why we used to say it as carrier power only. In both of these modulation schemes, the amplitude of the carrier is not changed when the data are modulated onto the carrier. So carrier power C is always equal to the received power PR. So PR can be referred to as, or PR can be said as C, or carrier power. Now there is another very important factor while designing satellite link budgets, and that is G by T ratio. What is that G by T ratio? There is a term which is called as noise. Noise is unwanted, and noise is added from various sources. Here we are considering thermal noise. What is noise temperature and what is this thermal noise? So noise temperature provides way of determining how much thermal noise is generated by active and passive devices in the receiving system. So we are moving towards carrier to noise ratio. Now at microwave frequencies, a black body with physical temperature T degrees generate electrical noise, and the power of the noise Pn can be calculated from the equation K Tnb, where K is Boltzmann constant, Tn is the noise temperature, and B is the bandwidth in which the noise power is measured, that is in hertz. So the C by N ratio, we have already calculated C, and the noise KTB, we have already shown that the noise is KTB. So C by N ratio can be written as P GTGR upon KTB into lambda by 4 pi r whole square. If we rearrange it, we can get the equation in this form, and from here we can say that C by N ratio of any satellite link is proportional to gain of the receiving ratio of gain of the receiving antenna and the temperature at the receiver.